Spoilers ahead. Watch out, and take care. The movie begins with the protagonist, Tyler Rake, a seasoned special forces operator, braving the treacherous bridge in Bangladesh. Every inch of his body bears the marks of a recent intense shootout with a gang of ruthless thugs. Struggling to walk due to a bullet-wounded leg, Tyler embodies resilience against all odds. Moving on to a vibrant Indian high school, where the energy in the air is palpable. Enter Ovi Mahajan, a charismatic young hero, returning home in style with his friends, cruising in a luxurious car. Yet, Ovi's adventure is far from over. Determined to make the most of his free time, he decides to indulge in some fun with his buddies. Saju, the chief of security and Ovi's ever-vigilant bodyguard, wastes no time in reprimanding him. With Ovi being the son of an influential Indian drug lord, Saju's top priority is ensuring his safety, no matter the cost. Money may flow abundantly in Ovi's life, but true happiness eludes him, trapped within the confines of his father's restrictive rules. Desperate for a taste of freedom, he seizes a clandestine opportunity, sneaking out one night, to revel in the pulsating beats of a nightclub. Joined by his trusty comrade, they slip away to the garage, seeking solace in a puff of smoke. However, fate has a wicked twist in store. A group of corrupt police officers descend upon them, guns blazing, mercilessly taking the life of Ovi's friend. And just like that, in a blink of an eye, Ovi finds himself kidnapped by the very people sworn to protect and serve. The sun rises on a new day, where Saju, his loyal protector, finds himself standing before Ovi's imprisoned father, in Mumbai, India. With urgency in his voice, Saju relays the grim news of Ovi's abduction. Flames of fury ignite within his father, blaming him for failing in his sacred duty to safeguard the beloved son. Unwilling to pay the ransom, because it will harm his reputation, Ovi's father tells Saju to get his son, threatening to kill Saju's own son if he does not. Because Ovi's father is in prison, all his assets are frozen, leaving them with insufficient funds to pay the ransom, or engage a special forces team to save Ovi. But it appears he is unconcerned, as he continues to encourage Saju to take fast action to save his son. Saju discusses the situation with his wife, telling her he can hire someone to save Ovi, despite the fact the charge is rather high. Saju aims to carry out a strategy with the minimal finances they have. Moving on to Australia, where Tyler is relaxing with his companions. Tyler dives off a cliff into a nearby lake. He does not appear on the lake's surface right away, choosing to pause for a time at the lake's bottom, holding his breath, and reflecting on his history. When he returns home, he sees that a helicopter has landed in the yard, where a gorgeous woman named Nick Khan awaits him, his handler and partner, who says they have been recruited to go on a mission to save Ovi Mahajan, the son of an Indian drug lord who was kidnapped some time ago. Amir Asif, a Bangladeshi criminal lord, and competitor of Ovi's father, is known to be Ovi's kidnapper. Ovi is being detained in Dhaka, Bangladesh, according to information. Tyler is reminded of his colleague Gaspar, who also resides in Dhaka. Gaspar, according to Nick, has retired. Tyler prepares to carry out his objective once Nick departs. Saju is also planning to travel to Dhaka. When Tyler and Nick arrive in Dhaka, they have a briefing with their teammates, anticipating all possibilities for saving Ovi, and predicting the actions of Amir Asif's soldiers. Tyler gets called by Amir's henchmen while on a task, and he is promptly taken away. He is approached by Ovi's kidnappers and asked to pay the ransom. He, on the other hand, first wants to make sure Ovi is alive and well. They push Tyler to pay the ransom, demonstrating Ovi's safety. Simultaneously, one of Tyler's buddies, a talented shooter, shoots several of Ovi's kidnappers, allowing Tyler to escape and kill the other kidnappers. He then releases Ovi, and promptly carries the youngster away. Moving on to Amir Asif, assembling several of the boys accused of stealing from him. One of the lads is even thrown off a building's roof, although he was yet to be proven guilty. Farhad, one of the lads, is ordered by Amir to have 2 of his fingers severed, since he had been caught stealing. Colonel Rashid, the commander of the local police, comes to Amir and informs that Ovi has fled. When Amir learns of this, he instructs Colonel Rashid to immediately shut down Dhaka, sealing all bridges and exit points. Returning his attention to Tyler, who is going to drive Ovi to the pickup location, he stops to change his clothes and equip his fighting weapons, as his teammates prepare to pick them up. Nick and her teammates, on the other side, phone Ovi's father's henchmen, to swiftly pay off the ransom, because Ovi would soon be picked up and securely returned to India. Nick requests the funds be sent within 7 minutes. Meanwhile, Tyler's teammates are on their way, when they are attacked by someone. Several of the teammates, including the sniper, are killed. In other news, Nick and her teammates finally understand they have been duped, since Ovi's father's goons purposefully failed to transfer the payments. Saju, it turns out, was the one who attacked Tyler's teammates. He was forced to do so since they lacked the finances to pay Tyler and his team. Saju murders Tyler's friends and attempts to murder him, in order to save Ovi himself. At the same time, Colonel Rashid discovers Tyler and Ovi's location, and instantly rally his forces to track them down. Tyler attempts to dodge Saju's onslaught, defending himself and Ovi from Colonel Rashid's men. Saju comes and confronts Tyler during a battle with Colonel Rashid's henchmen, forcing them to engage in hand-to-hand combat. Because of the tumultuous scene, a car crashes into Tyler, prompting Saju to leave to save Ovi. He comes just in time to prevent Colonel Rashid's goons from kidnapping the boy. But then Tyler appears and drives a truck into Saju. He motions for Ovi to get inside the truck, and they speed away. He urges Ovi to jump out when they arrive at a pretty deserted route, while the truck is directed to hit something, and catch fire. He did it on purpose in order to remove any traces. Saju, on the other hand, is still alive, and has lost sight of the hunt. Meanwhile, Amir instructs Colonel Rashid to assemble all of his soldiers to capture Ovi and kill Tyler, knowing that Ovi has not been discovered. Tyler phones Nick in the middle of the chase to inform her of the situation. Nick informs about Saju, who is also a former Special Forces member. She arranges for a helicopter to take Tyler outside the town, and advises him to leave Ovi, because the contract has been voided. Tyler refuses, because he is haunted by memories of his own kid, who he abandoned after he couldn't stomach seeing his son suffer from lymphoma. Saju, on the other hand, phones his wife to inform her of his predicament, and urges her to take their son as far as possible, if he fails to save Ovi. Returning to Tyler, who refuses to leave Ovi. He is told where the extraction site on the bridge is, and where the chopper would take them up. Tyler fights off a band of youngsters led by Farhad, a young criminal eager to please Asif, after escaping Saju and the corrupt police and tactical units under Asif's payroll. Tyler phones his friend Gaspar, a retired squadmate living in Dhaka, and he and Ovi spend the evening at Gaspar's house. Tyler has a talk with Ovi in the evening, while Gaspar is away, and tells him he once had a son who died of lymphoma. Tyler felt bad for abandoning his son when he needed a father figure. As a result, he does not want to repeat his error of ignoring Ovi. When Ovi hears the account, he states that people drown not because they fell into the river, but because they chose to remain underwater. Tyler realizes something is wrong after Gaspar returns, and discovers Gaspar worked with Amir Asif. Gaspar explains that Amir has placed a $10 million bounty on Ovi, which he wants to split, in exchange for Tyler's permission to kill Ovi. Tyler of course denies the offer, and the two get into a brawl. He is desperate, and Gaspar is about to kill him, when Ovi appears and shoots him. Tyler then phones Saju, and they both agree to work together to get Ovi safely out of Dhaka. He intends to divert attention away from a disguised Saju and Ovi as they pass through a bridge checkpoint, then pursue them to cover their escape. Tyler begins shooting at Colonel Rashid's soldiers the next day, in order to distract them from Saju and Ovi, who are attempting to flee by car. Nick, on the other side, has prepared her weaponry to assist Tyler. Colonel Rashid's soldiers are already waiting at the bridge when Saju arrives, and see his disguise. A shootout is unavoidable, with Saju attempting to shield Ovi. Meanwhile, Amir uses binoculars to watch the fierce battle on the bridge. He then instructs Colonel Rashid to send more troops to the bridge, to obstruct Ovi's rescue attempt. Tyler races Saju and Ovi to the bridge, killing all of the soldiers on the street. Nick and her surviving mercenaries approach Tyler from the opposite side of the bridge. They also fight a furious struggle against the soldiers, who are aided by a helicopter. Nick is finally able to knock down the aircraft, but the attack is promptly reversed by Colonel Rashid, who attempts to bring down the helicopter carrying Tyler and Ovi. He manages to kill Saju, before being subdued by Nick, who shoots him from a distance. Battered and bruised, Tyler refuses to let his injuries dampen his determination to save Ovi, barking orders for the young lad to dash towards the awaiting chopper with the extraction team. Unyielding, he takes on Colonel Rashid's soldiers single-handedly, leaving a trail of defeated foes in his wake. But just as he attempts to follow Ovi to safety, a bullet from Farhad's gun pierces his neck, sending shockwaves through his body. With relief flooding his heart upon seeing Ovi out of harm's way, his strength wanes, and he collapses into the river, memories of his own child flooding his mind. Meanwhile, Ovi, Nick, and the extraction squad triumphantly reach the vibrant streets of Mumbai, a testament to their resilience and the sacrifices made. 8 months roll by, and Ovi finds himself back in the familiar setting of school, a glimmer of normalcy returning to his life. Eager to keep Tyler's spirit alive, He takes a daring plunge into the school pool, practicing holding his breath, mirroring Tyler from the beginning. A symbolic tribute to the indomitable bond forged between them. Amir, on the other hand, meets Nick Khan in a toilet, and instantly shoots her. Ovi emerges from the water, his senses heightened, catching a blurred glimpse of a figure that bears an uncanny resemblance to Tyler. The end. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this, turn on the notifications, and leave a like to help the channel out.